So I vowed that I would not do any videos on the upcoming election anymore because it was just getting too ridiculous on both sides there for a while. It's still ridiculous now. But you know, I thought I'd go against my word and drop one last quick video because we know the election is coming up next week, and I wanted to show this video that kind of outlines how far these parties are willing to go to deceive us in misinformation and make things and make us believe things that aren't necessarily the case through media, social media, commercials, and such. This one is a Democrat. She's a supporter of Kamala Harris, and a discussion she was having on a video was cut up and featured in a pro-Trump advertisement, obviously without her consent. This me sharing this video is not, I'm not saying that only the Republicans are doing this stuff, because I know the Democrats are doing it as well. This is just one example of many that I'm sharing. And I'm sharing it so that we all can go into this election and at least try to understand that there is a percentage of content that we are consuming every day that is just false, misleading, and is geared to sway you to the other side. And I don't think that's right, of course. So all that to say, I'm going to share this video, but please, 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 whichever side you vote for, just be as informed as possible. Don't take anything at face value because of things like this. Please. All right. And we're not talking about election stuff no more. The election is next week, so it don't really matter. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
Kim Burrell is an anti-gun violence activist and a mom who lost her son to the streets. We interviewed her in July on gun violence in Philadelphia.
And I got the call that no mother wants to get.
We then turned the conversation to politics and the presidential election.
Does everybody know who they're voting for? Or is anybody undecided still?
I'm very undecided.
This was days before Joe Biden dropped out of the race.
How hard has inflation hit you?
It hit me hard. It's hitting me hard.
Who do you blame for it?
I blame the federal government at this point. They're killing us without killing us.
Then several weeks later, this.
Imagine a mother who's making minimum wage trying to feed children. They're killing us without killing us.
This ad from Restoration of America, a conservative PAC supporting Donald Trump, putting her on a split screen with Vice President Harris, an ad Kim never agreed to be a part of.
I'm hearing it from friends, family, people that live all over the country, that my face is splattered across the country.
And here's the hitch. Kim says she's voting for Kamala Harris as a Democrat and has been campaigning for her.
What was it like to see your face and your words on the television promoting Donald Trump?
Wow. I feel very disgusted. I wasn't called about it. I wasn't asked about it. I'm very offended.
Kim says when she blamed the federal government for inflation during our initial interview, she didn't specifically mean the Biden administration.
I was referring to the Trump camp. He gave tax breaks to the rich. I consider myself to be a middle-class person. You're going to make me poor or lower middle class. It's unfair. They're killing us without killing us. And I did not mean Kamala.
Kim felt attacked by the ad and wanted to set the record straight, so she fought back, giving an interview to the Philadelphia Inquirer, held a press conference.
This ad was created without my knowledge or my consent.
With support from the Harris campaign, and reached out to the PAC who produced and funded the ad, sending a cease and desist letter with the help of a lawyer. She never got a response.
Why have you decided to fight this?
Because this is my face, this is my voice, this is my spirit, this is my vulnerability, and no one has a right to use it without my knowledge.
We reached out to the Trump campaign and the Restoration PAC, and they did not respond with a comment. The Restoration PAC, established in 2015, engages in political activities based on time-tested conservative principles. The biggest donor is Richard Uihlein, a billionaire who's contributed nearly $21 million since 2023. That's according to FEC filings. For Kim, what matters more is how she feels the ad jeopardizes her anti-gun violence work.
I talk to young men every single day, and they have to be able to trust me. My credibility is shot.
But Kim will keep fighting for what she believes in, keeping kids in Philly safe, even as her ad continues to run across the country. Yasmin Vasugian, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about.
I think she did the right thing with. I don't think her credibility will be shot after this. I think making the type of noise that she made, I think she did the right thing. The next step, if they haven't pulled the ad already, is gone ahead and get that lawsuit going. All right, let's get some of that campaign money. Right? Because yeah, I mean, if that wasn't the most direct form of, misleading and misinforming, I don't know what is. That's the best example that I could show. Again, both sides are doing it, and we see it all the time on on TV, especially with the smaller, like local, the local elections and the local people that are running. So seeing those, if you just do a quick Google search, you could see some of the stuff is true, some of the stuff is taken out of context, a lot of the stuff is just taken out of context, spliced. The interesting part about what they did on this video was how they, let me see if I can find it, how they put, she didn't say anything about Kamala. She didn't say any, mention any either of the parties in this video, but they just, it's a visual, right? They put up the Kamala image on the side of it because naturally you're going to say, okay, she's got to be talking about Kamala, and she never was. Right. So, but we see this all the time. I've mentioned it before. Give me 1 second. Let me look this up real quick. There was a good documentary that came out, and I don't believe it was aimed at any, let me see. I don't believe it was aimed at any of the parties, but it's a good documentary if you want to watch it. On the whole election process and what both parties are actually trying to do to get the great hack. That's what it's called. The Great Hack. That was a good documentary that I watched some years ago. That really it was eye-opening as to digital wise, like through social media and through media, what both parties are trying to do in order to sway the vote, and kind of how they target and how they run ads, and very, very interesting, very informative. Just makes you, if you watch it, it makes you really want to dive into everything that you see, even if it seems straightforward. Like, dive into everything that you see, right? And since then I have seen things against Kamala, seen things against Trump, that if you go back and you play the entire clip, you're like, oh well, that's, I may not like the person, but that's taken out of context. Like, come on now, right? And then you see it on the news and you see it on social media, and it's completely taken out of context. So again, I really don't even want to be involved with talking about this stuff anymore. But I felt it was my duty to share this to those who are watching, so that if you didn't know, or if you needed some more uh, uh, convincing that, some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that we're saying out there is false, right? So do your own research, read your own articles, and make your own informed decisions before getting to that booth next week. All right. So y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. It's Ricky Rich for Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.